Hi guys! Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Skin Time with Ashley Sutton. Welcome to episode 3 of my Looking Like a Snack mini-series. Today's topic is the recipe for combating dry skin. In episode 1, we went through the entire alphabet of the body, so just know that if I ever reference vitamin A, B, C, D, E, or K throughout this entire video and you're like, what is she talking about? Make sure that you have seen episode 1. Episode 2 was the recipe for glowing skin. This episode is the recipe for combating dry skin. And the next episode will be the recipe for combating oily skin, and so on and so forth throughout the rest of the topics of skin. But episode 1 is the foundation of all of them. Any other reference besides the vitamins, like terminologies that may be a little confusing or have been mentioned before, but again, are words that you don't hear every day, I'm going to always list a definition or some sort of description on them so that you are in the know and in the clear. But as far as understanding the vitamins, make sure if you're not aware of what vitamins do what specifically for the skin, that you go back to episode 1. If you want to continue watching this episode, awesome. Great, do it. At the very end, I will have a little prompt to guide you to episode 1 if you choose to do so. All right, so let's get into it. Dry skin. A lot of us have it. I know I have combination skin, but I've had mostly dry skin all of my life. As I've gotten older and continue to figure out my skin and understand what it needs and what it doesn't, I have been able to combat my dry skin fairly well, and I'm very pleased with the results. I don't get a lot of dry skin on my face, but when I do, it's likely during the fall and winter times. And as we are approaching that colder season and that colder air, your skin has the tendency to be more prone to dryness. So if you are someone who deals with dry skin, this episode is for you, okay? The very first ingredient for combating dry skin is going to be fatty fish. Fatty fish are like your salmon, your mackerel, and your herring. They have exuberant amounts of vitamin D, so they're of course amazing for you just on that regard. On top of that, fatty fish is going to keep your skin thick and toned. It's also going to serve as a natural moisturizer for your skin. Now, you may be somebody like me who doesn't prefer seafood. I don't like any fish. I don't like any seafood. Anything that swims, not a huge fan. Have no fear, there is something that you can do. So you can supplement your fish with fish oils. So you'll want to look for an omega-3 fish oil or a cod liver fish oil because it's going to be very high in vitamin D. And if you do a cod liver fish oil, it's going to also be very high in vitamin A. So here's mine. I like cod liver. They're little capsules that I don't feel like they are very strong. If you do burst them and eat them or consume them or put them in drinks, you can taste it a little bit, but I do feel like it's pretty subtle. So if you are someone who has a hard time swallowing capsules, you can put them in foods, maybe in a smoothie to help digest them a little bit better, but you'll take them twice a day and they'll serve the same purpose as someone who eats seafood or fatty fish regularly. The next ingredient in the recipe for combating dry skin are bananas. Bananas contain vitamins B, C, and E. As we learned in episode 2, the potassium in bananas provide a natural moisturizer for the skin. On top of that, bananas are going to keep your skin balanced and are going to lighten your dark spots. So dark spots can be caused by the sun, but dark spots can also be caused by dry skin. And what bananas are definitely going to do is help to even your skin tone regardless of where that hyperpigmentation comes from. Next ingredient, broccoli. Broccoli contains vitamins A, C, and zinc. Broccoli also contains lutein. Lutein is a carotenoid that is found only in plants. So similar to what we talked about in episode 2 with the red, greens, and yellows, broccoli has lutein in it, which is a yellow undertoned carotenoid that's going to help with UV protection. Next, soy. Soy is going to increase the collagen in your skin, and it's also going to protect against UV rays. The next ingredient in this recipe, green tea. As we also learned, green tea is a very powerful antioxidant, but as it relates to dry skin, it's going to improve the hydration in your skin as well as improve the thickness in your skin. And last but not least, chia seeds. We hear about putting them in our smoothies all the time or in our yogurts or whatever the case. But chia seeds are pretty easy to put into anything and to consume. And the great thing about chia seeds are that they are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, similarly to fish, and they are also very high in antioxidants. So it's going to flush the skin and reduce inflammation. All right, guys, so that sums it up on the recipe for combating dry skin. I have a handy dandy list for you available somewhere along the side here. Once again, if you found that any of the terminologies went over your head, you're still confused about A, what is B, what is vitamin E, what is that? Make sure that you watch episode 1. Make sure that you also check out my episode 2, the recipe for glowing skin, so that once you have achieved moisture in your dry skin and have gone to the next level of skincare, you are ready for glowing skin. So make sure you check that video out. It was really fun to film, and it was so great to know that there are foods that I eat every single day that are helping my skin to glow. One more last thing to remember, when you're eating these foods, whether it be for combating dry skin or for obtaining glowing skin, make sure that you're continuously consuming these foods. As mentioned in episode 2, your skin is going to shed and produce new skin cells on an average of about 27 days. So eat well and eat these ingredients for about a month consistently so that you're actually able to see the most optimal results. And then make sure that you commented once you see the magnificence of how awesome these foods are and what they've done for your skin. And finally, very last note, make sure that you like this video and subscribe so that you are in tuned for when episode 4 comes out on the recipe for combating oily skin. There are some delicious foods in there that I can't wait to talk about. So again, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow me on social media so that you get a heads up and a friendly reminder of when the video posts. If you have a great memory, just remember, a new episode of my Looking Like a Snack mini-series is aired on YouTube every Wednesday at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time from now until episode 6. Again, thanks so much for tuning in. It was so great to be talking with you. I hope that you love the content. Make sure that you stay in tune and in touch. Bye, guys.